We will give you 10 points if you can tell us what you're looking at. Anyway, it's the chair that Jane is, you know, she's, this is the metal that's got to go back on it, and we're trying to figure out how to mount it. 100 years ago, it was mounted with staples, but staples don't seem to work, so we're going to try using the air compressor and the brad nailer. And by the way, I'm Van, and that's Jane.
Oh, I'm Jane.
Yeah, she's Jane. We're the Backyard Carpenters, Baby Boomers Can Do. We are now in the shop shed. We have moved this into the shop shed so Jane can work on it. This is what she's got done so far. Looks really, really good. She kept the old material. You know, that was popular in the 60s and 70s, I think. But anyway, so she's using that as a backing. So, and meanwhile, it's kind of hard to see them, but I'm going to get a hold of these two pieces of cherry, and I'm going to reduce them down with my, get out here. This is a battery powered chainsaw that I won't be using because I forgot the batteries. But anyway, so, yeah, anyway, I may run back over the house and get them. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. James working on a chair. I'm going to try to get a hold of the cherry and make cutting boards out of it. And the leftover material, I'll take it and use it in my smoker. So this is what we're doing today. Let's see if I can flip this around and show my face. There's my face. But anyway, so on to work we go.
See ya.
See ya. Were you filming with the camera down like that?
No.
Yes, you were.
No, I didn't. I turned it off.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Well, it shot out of there.
Okay, good.
Think maybe there wasn't any wood under there for it to
There's
grab.
something there. All right, get my hand away from the other side. All right. Zane's gonna have to adapt. Alright, that's basically how we're doing. This is a brad nailer with 1-inch brads, and I dial it down to about 50 pounds, and that was working. And I was being fussy because I was frustrated, but I got a wonderful wife that's being patient with me.
Well, you can delete that part. Okay, so we're moving right along. Good thing this is my first and last upholstery.
No,
it's very hard.
Not. So we were able to tone down the pressure of the air compressor. Anyway, and we were able to get this stuff on here. What it is I forgot I was at 100 pounds per square inch on the air compressor. So I dialed it down to 50. Alright, and then for some reason when we got to the other side, we had to, oh by the way, ignore the music in the back. Anyway, we had to tone it back up to 75 pounds per square inch. But that's what this stuff does, and you know, it's hard to see those little teeth. But this reminds me of when you're doing carpentry, it's got the little teeth things. But this is what we've been doing together. Now Jane's going to take over and keep doing her thing on this chair, and I think she's doing fantastic. She keeps claiming this is going to be the last one I ever do, but
It is.
I don't. So I'm about to take you outside and show you what I'm doing. As she's addicted to Dr. Peppers, and she gets the shakes when she don't drink one. Knows her shirt. Knows her shirt. Look at that. Knows her shirt. Right. All right. So anyway, this is our outdoor work table that's being utilized for all kind of stuff. And I'm going to stop for a second and put the camera on the tripod. This is a 2-blade planer. Right? It only has 2 blades instead of 3. All right, 3's a little more expensive. This is what I could afford. But anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm taking that hunk of wood that you see back there, which is pure cherry, and because I forgot my chainsaw batteries, I'm taking this through the planer about 3/64 of an inch at a time. And the way I do that is, this is my dial right here. Oops, sorry about that. This is my dial, Alright, and I set it on 0, spin it around to 0. It lines up with that. Put it on 0, and then I spin it around, because down direction is that way. Okay? And I spin around to 3/64 of an inch. Alright, now I'm going to back this off. Alright, put all my protective equipment on, and then I'm going to send it through there. I'm wearing earmuffs and gloves. Alright? So I'm going to put those on. A little too much, so I'm going to have to go back up. So what I'll do is I'll keep spinning, send it back to 0 and then set it somewhere around 3/64. What I'm trying to do is get this piece of wood down to 3 inches so that I can then start using my table saw. Oh, after multi-passes, alright, by the way, I got to do that side. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Alright, I got it down to 3 inches. So now I can pull out my table saw and my combo saw and cut it to size. It kind of cracked up a little bit as it got toward the center. But this is what it looks like after multi-passes of going through the planer. So it took it down from 5 inches to 3. So now the 10-inch table saw's maximum height is 3. So it's a little less than 3. So now I can get a hold of a table saw and also the combo and turn it into a cutting board. No, on cutting boards I can't have the live side because it will collect stuff and it's not healthy. So that's where I am. Going to take it inside. Woo-hoo-hoo. In the meanwhile, Jane is continuing to do her thing. She's using the alien. I'm so proud of her. That's what we call that. She calls it an ugly hammer. Ugly hammer. But we have 2 different types. Let me see the end of that one. All right, that's the framer because it's got the waffle head. See, that's the waffle head framer. And she's using it to do what she needed after we actually brad nailed those sticky things. But anyway, so it's looking good. Look at that. The backing's great looking.
Yeah, the backing's on now.
Yeah, so this is where she is at this point. So now I've got to drag all my tools out and start working on the cutting board. And you still drinking your Dr. Pepper?
Of course.
Can we see your face for a second? There, all right. Talented, beautiful wife. There's your Dr. Pepper. I'm just stuck on water. Oh, by the way, this is a push stick, all right? That's for pushing the wood through a table saw. Now, I've extended this up to 3 inches, the maximum it will do. I ran it through one side, the other side, so this is now 5 inches by about 2.5. Now, I've got to run it back through the planer to clean up this edge. All right, that was that boogered up side, so I got to start running through the planer to clean it up. But this is what it's looking like so far. All right, so I'll show you more as I go along. A disclaimer: please ignore the music. What you see Jane is doing is now she's using those teethy things that we put it with the brad nails. And she's hammering in place, and that's what it's looking like. Look at that. Oh, my word.
Getting there.
She's getting there. It's just looking better and better every time we come in here.
Take this off the list pretty soon.
Oh, man, it looks great.
I'll get some scissors.
All right. So she's figuring it out how to do it. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Looks really good. She did a fantastic job. How old is this chair?
Whoa. Probably since the 80s.
The 80s. Okay. Looks good. Ignore the music. A disclaimer. Ignore the music. Alright, I'm turning this dial around to 0, coming around to 1/16 of an inch. And then I'm going to run this through, and that's going to drop it down to 2 inches. This is now 2 inches, and so I'm going to cut the ends off and decided how long do I want to make this. All right, so this is what it's looking like. Okay, now I'm going to cut the ends off, square those off at 90 degrees. I got to decide how long do I want to make this thing, what I'm going to cut it off to. I'm going to go ask advice from my wife. Come around and bother you.
Bother.
Oh, look at this. Looks fantastic. Now, I need your opinion about something. All right.
That's pretty.
Should I just half and two?
You mean this way?
Yeah. Then we got, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be this long, right?
No.
Just whatever this dimension is, half and two.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a router and do the edges. This
Yeah.
is the top, and that's the bottom.
Yep.
So we'll just leave that right there.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, isn't it? It's cherry.
That's pretty.
It's pretty.
Pretty.
What I've got is I've got a round over bit on my router. Alright, a round over bit. I'll show you in just a second as soon as I get my gloves on. Alright. This is a round over bit. Okay, right there. Round over bit. Now I'm going to turn it on and find out which way is the grain, because I want to go against the grain. Okay, I routed the edges. Okay, sanded these. Okay, sand a little bit, but this one's going to have just a little live edge on the bottom. So next thing I got to do, these ended up being 5 by 10. Okay, perfect for cutting stuff, right? And next thing I'm going to do is make little feet that go on the bottom. Okay, I've set my saw up at 2 inches, and I'm going to make the little feet out of this. Alright, now I'm going to cut these at a 45-degree angle to make my little feet. Well, that's a little much. These are a little much. So I'm cutting it down to this size and going to make my feet. That's the little feet. They go right under here like this. Alright, go under there like that. Alright, so I'll keep making some more. Alright, now I'm going to apply a little bit of glue, and I'm going to countersink on both of these and have just little short screws, Let me get one. Alright. This long, so it won't go through, to lock these down. So it's going to be glue and screws. Now the screws are going to be on the side that you don't see. That make sense? Thank you. Whoa! What I did. Alright, so I took one of these, which is just raw log cherry, and I turned them into two of these with little feet. They have little feet on them, right? So they're 5 by 10, right? Perfect for cutting like lemons and tomatoes and stuff like that. So these are going to be gorgeous once I put an oil on them that's designed for cutting boards. But that's what I got done today. Let's go find Jane, because she done took the chair away. Gee.
It's been on a table so long, it's so low. It seems to be up high.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've already shown you the two cutting boards that I got done. Oh, I got to come way down here. There you go. And this is the chair that Jane has done. She said she got to go get a special needle. She can explain.
Yeah, there's a part in the back where the metal strip wasn't able to be hammered into wood. So I've just got to get one of those C-shaped upholstery needles and stitch back here to close that up a little bit, and then make some arm covers for it. But it's done. This was my mother's chair, and then I gave it to my mother-in-law, and she enjoyed it. So I hope they both know that Christopher's enjoying their chair.
All right, so now what I got to do next is we did get the rubber foam so that I can start making the base for the church bench that I found on the side of the road. It originally was like 12 feet, and we cut it down to 4, I think it is. So it's time to get it together and get it done. So, well, I guess we're about done for today.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to use the same fabric on the church pews I did in here on the chair, and it's going to go in the second bedroom.
All right, so again, if you're watching this on Facebook, I always say that, don't I?
You do.
On YouTube, please go down below and subscribe, and please like and make any comments. If you got any questions, let us know, okay? So we really enjoy doing this. We enjoy showing y'all what we're doing, and we try to go step by step. So until another day, I'm Van.
I'm Jane.
Backyard Carpenters.
Baby Boomers can do. See you.